What's up, Internet? I'm Todd Awesome, and I'm going to show you through this week's Nightfall. This week's Nightfall is one we're all familiar with. It's Sepiks Prime on Earth. The modifiers are Epic, Nightfall, Ark Burn, LightSwitch, and Angry. Let's get into it. So for whatever reason, when you first start out, you're not anywhere close to the beginning of this strike mission. But lucky enough for us, Guardians don't walk. So Sparrow on over to the beginning of the mission, climb up into the stairs and hallways, and then start to take out the Fallen and then the Hive that are behind them in that first room. Now, once you've reached the area in which you're forced to stop to break through the mesh layers, you're going to have to drop down Dinklebot to get you through those mesh layers. Now, this is where I first noticed that pretty much everyone, except for a few Hive, are using Ark Weapons against you, and that's not great because it's Ark Burn this week. So you got to make sure you watch out for that. But that also means, obviously, if you have any Ark Weapons, you're going to want to use them. I had patience and time, so I was rocking that. I also had the raid machine gun, which is pretty gross. Alright, so a few things I want to point out about this section. There are 3 mesh layers, which means there are 3 waves of enemies you have to get through. 2 waves of Fallen and 1 wave of both Fallen and Hive. Now, Ribshack and I take up position on the ledge behind where you drop off Dinklebot. It's a great spot to snipe from, and it keeps you well protected from those that would come up and try and melee you, although some do jump up there. Angry Goat has a great spot off to your left as you look out from that back area on top of a gas tank. The enemies never actually come back and jump up on that gas tank to attack him. They may shoot at him up there, but he can duck down behind that gas tank and he's pretty well protected. I would recommend having one weapon in your arsenal that can do solar damage. Those shanks have a solar shield, which makes them difficult to take out if you're only using Ark Weapons. I use the Vision of Confluence as my primary to help take them out, but because they shoot arc and have solar shields, they're still a pain. Just make sure you pay attention to when they pop out. You'll be okay. Once you've completed all 3 waves, the mesh layers will be unlocked. Just make sure you pick up any ammo that's dropped, especially any heavy that's around, and then head on through to the next section of this. Now, for all you Kinderguardians out there, in this section you're going to go up against a pretty impressive looking tank. But as long as you're back where I showed you to stand, you'll be fine. Just stand back there and snipe him from a distance. If you're far enough back, he'll never even shoot at you. Now, to take out this tank, all you've got to do is snipe his legs. Once you break out one of his legs from underneath him, he's going to fall down to the ground and it'll open up his critical spot right where I guess his neck would be. You're going to shoot at that to get that critical damage, and after you do that a few times, that'll be the end of him. Now you're going to want to clear the valley of the rest of the Fallen, pick up the ammo, and then go move through and to take out Sepiks. Now, this boss battle is fairly easy. Once you get into the Devil's Lair to kill Sepiks, you're going to have to clear the area of all the Fallen that are kind of paying homage to Sepiks. That's providing him with a shield so you can't hurt him. So kill all the Fallen that are there, and then once you do, I like to move back up into the upper left-hand section because there's a box you can hide behind back there. Once his shield goes down, make sure you shoot him in that critical spot over and over to take his health down. Now, be careful, some more shanks spawn in, and remember, they have solar shields, so switch over to your solar weapon, take down their shields and knock them out as quick as possible, and then focus on Sepiks again. He's really not all that difficult to kill. Just make sure you watch out for those ads, especially the shanks with the solar shields, and make sure you take them out. I realized during this boss fight that my Ark machine gun kind of cut through Sepiks like butter, so I was just wasting it on him. It was gross. 2 or 3 clips of that and he was gone. It was easy. Time to celebrate. As always, a big thanks to Ribshack 2012 and this week Angry Goat 316 for helping me out with this week's Nightfall. You guys are the best. I love it. And of course, I get an auto rifle that I've had for 3 weeks. Thanks, Bungie! So if you guys like these Nightfall walkthrough videos as well as the Xur location and stock videos that come out every Friday morning, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you get it first. I get up at the reset on both days to make sure I get the video out ASAP for you guys. But that's the end of this Nightfall, guys, so I guess I'll see you online. George Lucas gonna sue somebody!